Hello, everyone. We're back. What's up? All right, let's get into it. Cowboys play Thursday. That's pretty cool. They're going to have a game. Post Malone will be your halftime show entertainment. That's pretty cool. Jack White's doing the Packers Lions game at 11. And then Lil Jon in the night game with the Ravers and the Bingers. Be fun. Joe Burrow might be back. That'll be fun. It's good halftime shows this go around. I wonder who's doing a halftime show for the Christmas Day games. We need to announce that. There's been speculation of Lady Goo doing those. But I think the Cowboys are one of the Christmas Day games. Yeah, Cowboys and Commandos. Lions, Vikings. Those are Netflix. And then Broncos and Chiefs will be Amazon Prime. We're going to get halftime shows for all those games, I bet. Maybe not Cowboys and Commandos. Maybe not. Whatever. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, chat. Good to see everyone. Good to be here. One thing that stinks is you have to go premium on X if you want to live stream on X. So that would require giving Elon $84, and I don't think he needs it. I think he's doing fine. I would say he's probably doing fine. All right, let's go. What, one video stream is full screen? What does that mean? Is that a problem? I got 3 videos up? That's dope. How about now? Oh yeah, I do need to go live on Twitch. Remove the destination. I'm adding Twitch. Sorry, friends. There we go. Yeah. Twitch is on now. Good call. Making it pop. Okay, cool. We're doing it. All right. Boop. Hide vertical or no? Dang, that's dope that I had multiple streams going. That's pretty rad. Just getting some stuff. I told you I had 2 crazy stories of radio conspiracies. And I do. So we're going to start out with a show called Elliot in the Morning. Elliot in the Morning is in Maryland. And they got a call on iHeartMedia's modern rock station, DC 101, where Elliot in the Morning happens. All right. This dual stream thing is cool. I don't know anything. Like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, but I think it's awesome. Unless it's not. Unless it's terrible. But we're going. So, Elliot in the Morning is doing their morning show, and then a caller calls in. And he's like talking about how there's a dead body in the woods. The caller's name was Joe, and he said that he discovered a body near this campsite. But he said he discovered the body near that campsite on November 3rd, which would be 18 days ago. But said he hadn't called the police. He said he'd probably call the police once Elliot in the Morning show ends. Because he had a dream the night before that was like, hey, man, you should call the police. So he kept saying on the call multiple times that he planned to notify police what was going on. I don't want to play all of this for you, but I want to play you guys the best part. So I'm going to shift over here. Share the screen. Let you hear this.
Yes. Are they, and I know that's not your high school.
Correct.
Are they getting a brand new turf football field?
Hold on.
Welcome back to
Hold on.
Of a radiant skin.
What happened?
Funk. F-U-N-K.
Got it.
They must have taken down the part that was good. Okay, never mind. I think they took down the part that I wanted to see. Wait, Carrie's streaming right now? Is that what's going on? This is crazy to me. Oh, the police took it down. Okay, that's what happened. So Elliot's the host. He urged the caller, like, hey, man, call the police. Now, what Elliot's doing, what, you probably have to do in that situation. You got to keep that guy on the air, though, because what you want to do is call law enforcement on your own and see if through your phone line, you have to assume that technology can ping that phone. Probably not, but you just got to think that way on the fly. That's what I would have been doing. So he promised he'd call the police as soon as he hung up. And then he said he would tell the police to pick him up so he could drive them to the side of the location. Then they confirmed that the dead person was located in the wooded area. Pretty crazy, man. I was just wondering if this happened to me on the air, how I would handle it. And I think the number one thing you have to do is keep that guy on the air, because what a ratings winner. We're blowing out the spots. We're blowing out the songs. We got a crazy guy on the line, and we got to get some more content out of this. Ratings up. If you're thinking about it any other way, you're thinking about it wrong. Ratings up. Shout out to Strip Mall Steve in the chat. Question everyone wants to know. Probably. I think they probably could. Let's see here. Other radio conspiracy. Houston radio station got hacked. They were broadcasting the Cowboys and Eagles game. 97.5 ESPN radio in Houston. It's between 4 and 5 p.m. on Sunday. And what started airing on it was a very racist country song and an automated voice prompting promoting other social media sites. So the signal got hacked. The general manager has got a wild name, Todd Farquharson, Lord Farquaad. He said the station's transmitter was damaged when its radio tower experienced a power outage on Saturday, and a bot hacked the backup equipment that the station used to stay on the air. I tell you, these are all things I know nothing about. Backup equipment, if we got kicked off the air, I don't know anything about that. I really don't. Now, the song that was played, a racist country song. Uh-oh. Do you get fined for that? Like, if you're getting fined for violating the FCC, would the station still get fined even though it got hacked and it was playing inappropriate content? I would like to know. But the only way that I could really be able to fully answer that question is by taking some time to think about it and really reflecting. And the way I would like to reflect is by showing you guys a commercial from Sunday Night Football's Chris Collinsworth that apparently aired back in the late 80s. This would be 1989. Here's Chris Collinsworth.
JTM's de carne de taco es muy deliciosa. No se vote ahora sentir como se estupidares in Mexico. You see, JTM slowly kettle cooks with the finest meats and just the right seasonings. Then they quick freeze it so you can just heat and eat. Great for parties or when the gang's over to watch the football game. Buenos tacos, amigos.
It's the quickest, great taste you'll ever love, JTM.
For your holiday parties, pick up delicious JTM Grill or Kettle Cook products. JTM's la carne de taco es muy deliciosa. No se volte ahora sentir como se estupidares en Mexico. You see,
We'll do it
JTM
again.
slowly kettle.
What? What? Now, that's not the first Chris Collinsworth commercial. You guys know the other one, right? Sure you do. Why not show it to you? And I'm going to show it to you now. Got to remember where these buttons are. There we go. Boop.
Boxing. Jim Lampley will lead you through those activities in just a moment, and we'll be right back.
You've seen this scene before, all these single men and women everywhere. But how about the professional athlete that's single? Well, he makes lots of money. He's the center of attention. And there is a certain amount of mystique that surrounds his off-the-field antics. Well, recently I spoke to some of the most eligible NFL players to find out if they really are swinging singles or just how much of that is really a myth.
I think being a bachelor and playing football have a lot of similarities between them. You go out and there's not anything in the world any more competitive than going out and trying to find the girl.
Chris Collinsworth is a wide receiver with all the right moves, on and off the field. Like the crafty player he is, you never know when to take him seriously. So, Chris, why do you think those girls really like you?
I think probably because of the money, you know, and I'm not going to deny it. I walk around with $100 bills hanging out of my pockets usually, and
Okay, what year was this video? I think that's a fair question to ask. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find out what year we've got here. It'd be hard to tell. Oh, okay, Monday Night Football, 1984. 1984. So 1984. Power Dynamic. Okay. 2020-24. Power Dynamic. Okay again. 2017, though. Into 2018 and 19. But we're back now. We're back now. Continue, Chris.
try and give it my best shot, because before I ever made any money, it was pretty much big Nothingsville. I like girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. The punk rockers all love.
Okay, hold on. We can trick them. I like the dumb girls. They don't know shit. We can trick them. Who does it sound like to you? Sounds like your neighbor from across the street. Keep your friends close, but keep your neighbors from across the street closer, but not too close. Continue. Actually, go back. I want to hear that part again.
Made any money, it was pretty much big Nothingsville. I like girls that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. The punk rockers all love me. Those are my big girls, and high school girls love me. 14 to 18, I'm a big star with them. As soon as they, as soon as they mature, after about 18 years old, they start figuring out that, wait a minute, I know there's better than that out there. They're my big girls, and
okay. My big girls
that aren't too bright because you can trick them a little bit. The punk rockers all love me. Those are my big girls. And
he just called all the punk rock girls big girls. Like, hey, the punk rock girls, you're all fatsos. Love them. Okay, and then the age that we're going to go with.
High school girls love me. 14 to 18, I'm a big star with them. As soon as they mature, after about 18 years old, they start figuring out that, wait a minute, I know there's better than that out there, you know.
That's incredible. That is incredible. Christopher Collinsworth. Was he a BYU alum? Is that what someone said? I don't think we can just assume that all white wide receivers went to BYU. Actually, I think we can. College, Florida. Who's a Florida guy? Yeah, no wonder, right? This is all starting to come together. All starting to come together. And honestly, if you pull up his Wikipedia, the photo of him, even like, yeah, I made that video that one time. I wish I wouldn't have said it. But I said it. Chris Collinsworth. Now let's move on to what I think is one of the biggest scams of all time. You guys ever play the game Mousetrap? The board game Mousetrap. You guys have any memories of the board game Mousetrap? Surely you do. Mousetrap was a pretty crazy game. And only because, like, a lot of good eye candy on that one. You'd see the board game. You'd see all the contraptions. And I felt like, you know, Mousetrap is one of those games that, like, everyone had. If you didn't have it, one of your friends had it. Grandparents, cousins, whatever. Someone had it, and you played it. But you never really got it set up right, and the game never really happened. For anyone that doesn't know, I guess what I should do is play you a little commercial of Mousetrap so you can see what it was, because there might be some of you out there who don't know. So let's play that for you.
Gather round, mice.
What are we doing, boss?
We're going in for the big cheese, but it's every mouse for himself, so don't get caught.
Mousetrap! It's a zany action, a crazy contraption. The fun is catching, it's Mousetrap.
The game's Mousetrap. Build a contraption to trap the other mice, but don't get caught yourself.
Turn the crank, the boot, suddenly we're down the chute. Move the hand, the marble drop, and dive a foot, we just can't stop. It's a zany action, a crazy contraption. The fun is catching. You wanna bite? It's Mousetrap.
Honestly, like stuff like that. Well, first of all, we need more late 80s, 90s era game show music. We need all that. I didn't really like games like that because I think these are games that just anyone could win. As someone who fancied himself, I could put myself in situations with certain games where I could kind of go, well, I know I'm smarter than these guys. So if this is some type of general knowledge game, I feel like I can jump in and take the win there. Now, it doesn't always work out that way. But like these games of luck and chance, not for me. No, not for me. But that's what all the kids wanted to play. But I was the kid who would vote to stay inside and play trivia rather than go out and jump around on the playground because I was bullied. You deal with it. So that is very much Strip Mall Steve music for sure. But they're telling you it's a fun game. You get the mice are talking. We trap the guy in the thing. I promise you I'm going somewhere with all of this. This week, we had a death this weekend. It was Burt Meyer. Burt Meyer is the creator of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. You guys have seen Rock'em Sock'em Robots. One of the oldest games, right? I mean, I remember my grandparents had this, and it was like for my dad and his brother growing up. In fact, I've got a Rock'em Sock'em Robot commercial from 1975 I can show you just to kind of give you an idea in case we have some kids out there that don't know what they were about.
I can be any kid on the block. Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're slugging it out. A left to the jaw. And
Oh, my block is knocked off.
But you can press it right back on. It's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Press this lever. He throws a right, the other a left. Knock his block off. You're the winner.
Wait till next time.
You can Rock'em Sock'em with the Rock'em Sock'em Robots by Marks.
Those poor kids. They're all probably dead now. The thing about Rock'em Sock'em Robots is like, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. And surely just using your thumbs. It's not, it's not like the most creative thing, but it's good. It's boxing. So the guy that died this week, Burt Meyer, he was the creator of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. He went to an arcade with his boss. His boss is Marvin Glass. I want you to remember the name Marvin Glass. Marvin Glass was they were at this arcade, and there was a boxing game, and he was like, oh my God, we can make a game with humans fighting. So they started making this thing, but it was with humans. But then they decided, we probably shouldn't, because professional boxer Davey Moore died from a brain injury in a fight against a guy named Sugar Ramos. Sugar Ramos beats the shit out of Davey Moore. Davey Moore dies. They're like, okay, not going to do humans, but what if we make them robots? That'll be fun. That'll be fun. It'll be robots. That'll be a good time. That's great. All right. So Burt Meyer goes back to the lab. He revives it. He's working at Marvin Glass and Associates. All right. Marvin Glass and Associates is a company that is making all kinds of board games, and they're competing with Parker Brothers, with Milton Bradley, with Ideal, with all these companies. So he's like, hey, I got the fighters. I got the Red Rocket. The Red Rocker, and I got the Blue Bomber. The Red Rocket would be that'd be a crazy one. Yeah, thing out of my face. Blue Bomber's just punching it. That'd be terrible. So the Red Rocker and the Blue Bomber were good. So Marvin Glass and Associates has got Burt Meyer making this game. He's like, oh, well, this is selling really well. Everyone likes Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And Marvin Glass is like, let's go with a bit of a promotion. Let's move you up. Let's give you a little more money. Well, then he starts collaborating with another guy, and they make the Light Bright. They make Mousetrap and many others. In fact, 20 million Light Brights have been sold since 1967. Time Magazine ranked it 55 on its list of all-time greatest toys in 2011. Rock'em Sock'em Robots came in at 49. Burt Meyer, who died last weekend, truly was a really important person in the history of board games and toys and things like that. He was basically an elf. So rest in peace to him, who died at the age of 99. But let's turn our focus back to Marvin Glass, the company that he worked for, because I think we should take a good look at Marvin Glass. Now, he owned that toy invention company, but he was the sales guy, the business guy. He was not the tech guru, right? He had a real huge house. In fact, the house was so big and nice that he would have all these, and he was rich, so he had all these celebrity gatherings. In fact, Playboy magazine did a whole story on him, and it was kind of framed as this suburban swinger residence. So they started making all these games, Mousetrap. People are kind of complaining about Mousetrap in the early days because of the reasons we all complained about it. It's stupid to put together. It's never all together. Playing the game doesn't have that much of a point. You just try to roll the dice, get the cheese without getting caught. But the thing, you just play the thing, and then we know what happens. And it's hard to remember that because as a kid, it's all fun and you're smaller and the contraptions are bigger. So it felt like a bigger deal. Looking at it now, you would go, that game sucks and it's terrible and it's a waste of money. But there was so much pressure to keep coming up with ideas. So what I can tell you is that there was a lot of pressure being put on people at the Marvin Glass and Associates toy company. Now they made Simon, Operation, all types of stuff. Mr. Machine was one. But there was a lot of pressure being put on, and there was also something going on where he was telling us people, you've got to. By the way, this is like manufacturing is big, and they had just gotten the technology to meld some plastic, and I don't really know how it all works, but to do creative things with plastic to help make all these games and toys. So you have all these ideas, and they're trying to put this together. But one thing that they did not invest in, outside of telling people that were overworked to work more hours, they're basically like, this sounds crazy, but like air traffic controllers of the toy industry, long hours, can't leave, underpaid. It was a terrible, toxic environment. Meanwhile, leader of the company is just hanging out at his swinger pad and he's being featured in Playboy. So morale, not great. So there was a lot of talk about a situation where they didn't have proper security at the place, right? And that's where I want to take you to this headline. So you didn't have security at the place. It's a paranoid work environment at this point. In the Chicago Tribune from July 28th, 1979. Toy firm worker then kills himself. I feel like that's a terrible headline for the Chicago Tribune. Like, I don't know much about the newspaper industry anymore, but it does feel like you should probably have a better headline than that. Toy firm worker then kills himself. This guy who worked there, his name was Albert Keller, killed a bunch of people he worked with. And there was a note they found that said that he was planning to kill 14 other people that he was suspecting were conspiring against him. He thought that if he did not kill, he would be killed. Mousetrap, who we've all spent, if we didn't, our parents did, our grandparents did, our aunts or uncles did, friends. I mean, spent $20 for that effing board game that sucks. All for Marvin Glass and his company that created such a paranoid, toxic work environment that we had guys going in there and shooting up the place. We're all complicit. If we played Mousetrap growing up, we are guilty. And we need to remember that. Okay? What I will tell you about Marvin Glass and Associates, though, is they did not make the hit the hit toy, Mr. Bucket. What do you guys know about Mr. Bucket? Mr. Bucket is quite a case because I'm pretty sure Mr. Bucket says that you put the balls in his mouth. And I say that with the highest regard. Here's the Mr. Bucket commercial.
Mr. Bucket!
That's right, I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my top, I'm Mr. Bucket. Out of my mouth I will pop, I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run, I'm Mr. Bucket.
The game's Mr. Bucket. The first to get their balls into Mr. Bucket wins, but look out, because the balls will pop out of his mouth.
I'm Mr. Bucket. The balls pop out of my mouth, I'm Mr. Bucket. A ball is what I'm about, I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run, I'm Mr. Bucket.
Mr. Bucket from Milton Bradley.
Put the balls in my mouth. Now, there's a lot of people who would say, man, that's a fake. AI. People are doing funny things on the internet. That's the real commercial. You know how I know that? Because people did go and do different versions of it.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
Hey, hear more about that after this Take 5 Oil Change commercial, apparently.
Right, I'm
Mr. Bucket!
That's right, I'm Mr. Bucket. I'm Mr. Bucket. Toss your balls in my mouth, I'm Mr. Bucket. A ball is what I'm about, I'm Mr. Bucket. We're all gonna run on Mr. Bucket.
Mr. Bucket from Milton Bradley.
That was the 15 version of it. They made a 30 and a 15. Now, come on. There's got to be.
That's right. I'm Mr. Bucket. Mr. Bucket, put your balls in my mouth, Mr. Bucket. Put your balls in my head, Mr. Bucket. I'ma spit them on out, Mr. Bucket. Tons of fun, Mr. Bucket. Put your balls in my mouth, Mr. Bucket. Let me suck on them balls, Mr. Bucket. Put your balls in my head, Mr. Bucket. Buckets of fun.
I'm so sorry. That guy kind of sounded like Texas. Kind of sounded like our guy, Texas Carter, honestly, a little bit. Yeah, it could be Dingo, for sure. Very dumb. One of the dumbest. I'm going to take, this is what I think, a lot of shows, including our friends, they're always like, let's do a quick break. And there was a no, just keep it going. We're going to take a quick break. Okay, we're back. Right now, it's time to do a tradition. Yeah. Bandle time. The year of the song is 2016. They're telling us that it's easy. For the record, easy. They're not going to tell us the genre. Should we take the genre? We should take the genre too. Dance, reggae, pop, R&B. All right, here we go. This song sucks, Beavis. We have our first guest for Beyonce, Michael Bolton. Tough one. Okay. It's always fun to just guess Rihanna. I feel like we do that a lot. It's not diamonds. What does orange mean? Add a little bass. Work, 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 work. Yeah, that might be it. It might be work. Rihanna, work. Correct. Shout out to my wife. Great job. We got it in 2. If you look at the stats, 2. Now, if you remember, the goal is to have it all be in a line somehow. And I forgot how specifically. Yeah, we want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which we can definitely get there. So, top wrong guesses. People were guessing Drake. Hotline Bling, One Dance. They were guessing things like that. That's interesting. That's good. That's good. There we go. All right. Well, that's about enough, huh? Get you ready for Cirque. Cirque's coming up at 8 o'clock. You can go check out those guys. That'll be pretty fun. That'll be pretty fun here. It's not the Traveling Wilburys, Steve. It's not the Traveling Wilburys. Although that's funny to me. Traveling Wilburys are very good, by the way. I think everyone should look back at that. What I'm going to play for you guys on the way out here is a couple things. And One of them involves my good friend Christina Ray. One of them involves our good friend Mike Soroy, who you'll be hearing from shortly. One of them also involves, let me make sure I have this correctly here. I don't want to mess up that. Hold on. And one of them involves, that's enough. Yeah, that's good enough. This is from our good friend Christina from the past. Of course. I believe Steve was working with her at the time. And I'll share the screen because that's the only way we can do this, it looks like. Share screen. Window. Entire screen window. Hold on. Why won't it let me? Dun. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I apologize. Maybe I can't share that anymore. Well, that's gonna ruin everything. No. Okay, maybe I won't share it. Sorry, guys. I'm just not gonna do it. Yeah, it's not gonna let me share that anymore. I used to be able to. Well, never mind. Tough day. I thought I could do that. I don't know why I can't. I can't share the Adobe from a different window anymore. Which we can blame that on me. That's fine. It's just like, I got a new computer not too long ago. So maybe it'll let me do it now. Maybe. Hold on. I'm trying something else. This is not what you guys are here for. It's for me to dick around on my computer. So I'm not, trust me, I'm not. I apologize. I feel awful about this. Just why won't it work? Why won't it work? You sit here, you do the thing. Like, why? Why can't we just have good things happen? And now. Okay, I think I can do it now. No. This is really unfortunate. And that's how we're going to go out, huh? We're going to do it like this tonight. We're going to go away like this. That's what's going to happen. It is, because I'm screwed. I can't play what I want to play. Sorry. It's boned me. It's boned me. It's not liking it. I'm sorry it's happening too. Got a new, I had to get a new computer. My old one stopped working out of nowhere, probably because it was just dead. And how long do computers work? 5 years? How long do our phones work? God, Apple has one of the Mr. Bucket balls that we put in his little mouth. To share your window, allow screen recording for Chrome in system settings. You'll then need to restart Chrome. I'm not restarting Chrome. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying that's not how this is going to work. Bummer. Figure this out at a later time. Sorry, guys. What a waste. God dog it. That's not. We're going to keep this going, too. We're going to keep this going until 8 o'clock. We're going to keep this going until 8 o'clock. Everyone's going to love it. I actually do have a really good plan. I don't know how often I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll get back to doing it every day. Probably not. I don't have time. I really don't have time. I don't know why that. Follow Haymaker Network. That'll be good. I have time for that. Maybe I will start doing this every day. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes. Submit a sport ticket to Adobe. A trouble ticket. There's a need help button at the bottom. Yeah, I need help. I need a lot of help. You guys are boning me out here. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know what time, but follow and subscribe. 1-Star Cowboys podcast will start on the Haymaker Network next Tuesday, I believe. I need to get finality on that, but I believe is when that will start. And then Haymaker, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's gonna happen. Just stay tuned. All right. Well, good times. Those are not coloring books. They're little books. They're little music books. I saw that. I'm going through the chat. I'm still seeing things. These are little 33 and a third. It's a good book series. You know, if you have people in your life that like music and like to read little books, the 33 and a third series, I highly recommend. All kinds of good stuff. This one is The Moon in Antarctica by Modest Mouse. There we go. This is Doolittle by the Pixies. It's a good one. And The Aeroplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. Some Girls by Rolling Stone. Tell me I got coloring books. I could have coloring books if I wanted, though, and it wouldn't be a problem. You know? Tomorrow on the stream, we are going to read the next 14,000 Epstein files that are going to be released. Obviously, we did the first 26,000 on our own. We all know that we all did that on our own. But 14,000 more, and we will go through those one by one. Find out what really happened. That'll be next time. Give a big shout out to Matt. This is one of the guys you want right here. This is one of the guys you want to know in your life. And honestly, he's got a good point. He's got a good point on Neutral Milk Hotel, April Ludgate's favorite band. I'm Kevin. Go enjoy Cirque tonight if you'd like. 8 o'clock on their channel. They won't promote mine. They won't promote mine. Go promote there. Yeah, I'll promote that for them. Go watch them. All the stuff. We're going to be doing the best stuff thing for the radio show tomorrow. One more day of that as well. We're back live Monday from 3 to 6 p.m. And then, of course, follow the Haymaker Network. You're seeing all the stuff online at Haymaker Network. You're seeing all the stuff. That's kind of cool. Okay. Now, that's funny, and we didn't talk about that enough. The world didn't have enough fun with that. That should have been the one thing that could bring both sides together. You're right. Hold on. I'm not leaving until we talk about that. And I'll be Frank. No, I'll still be Kevin. Frank's a bit of a buzzkill. I wanted to talk about that on the radio show, and I did get outvoted. 2.5 to 1. Christina kind of had a half like now. Like, even though it's not true, pretty funny. It doesn't matter what president, it doesn't matter what political party. The idea that a president was doing that to another president is hilarious. Did you guys watch Death by Lightning? I'm not saying you should. It's fine. 4 episodes on Netflix. And it's about the assassination of President James Garfield. And pretty great. And I, every President's Day, like to do the President's Day explosion where we go through all the old presidents and all the weird stuff about him. So I remembered the fun fact about James Garfield. Well, fun fact. Not fun fact at all. I remembered the awful things about James Garfield, and it was that he was assassinated within a few months into office. But spoiler alert, but we've talked about this before. Spoiler alert is that the doctor who was operating on him to get the bullet out was an idiot and did not properly clean the tools he was using to surgically remove the bullet. And it's really sad when you watch it, actually. It's the great actor Michael Shannon playing James Garfield. Your vice president at the time is Chester Arthur, played by Ron Swanson. And it's, it is Tom from Succession plays the guy who killed James Garfield. 4 episodes, pretty quick watch. I'm not telling you to go watch it, but consider it. And then you get to Grover Cleveland. Okay, we got a Begonia guy. Thought it was all. You're right. You're right. You're right on that. I think Begonia has a bit of a. No, that's all of us UNT fans today, as our head coach Eric Morris is taking off to go to Oklahoma State. We died of gangrene. We're a stepping stone, forever a stepping stone. Begonia's got an argument to make to go be the best winner, the best movie, best winner, the best movie. So good. Hold on. See, the lack of discussion about the fun of what's probably a lie of the president's doing that. I mean, come on. I can't believe it. There's videos like this that I have not at all wasted time, but that's hilarious. Like, that is funny. It wouldn't matter. Imagine Biden in that scenario. It does not matter. It's funny. They have so much power. We can laugh at that. All right, that's it. I'm done. Jeez. I'm so angry about my Adobe not being able to pop up. I'm probably just going to write a letter to the University of North Texas. It's not going to help anything. Stepping Stone School. What a bummer. See you next time. I don't know if we'll do Kevin at 7. Maybe we'll do Kevin at 11. It's hard to really tell right now. It's really up in the air. I'm going to try to get back to doing more of these, though. Okay. Good question. Local DFW radio? That's tough to say. George Dunham, Craig Miller, Sean Bass. Dave Lane might have went there. I don't know if he finished. Fan Guys. I think Chiafalo went there. I'm not 100% sure. I think Zach Wolchuk for sure went there. Dawson did not. Broadus did not. Corey Majors did. Sean and RJ did not. Bobby Belt did not. Me, Ben, Skin, Christina, I guess technically, me and Christina were there from the beginning. Ben and Skin just kind of finished there. But yes, we do have a secret society meeting. And Matt, who's asking me to rank the assassinations, is in that secret society. In fact, I would say that he's a chair. He is a chair. All right, we will return tomorrow for some fun at some point. I don't know what time, but it's going to happen probably. So that'll be great. Probably going to watch Wicked for good if I get time, though. Yeah. First one's pretty good. Might as well go watch the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you. And I love you.